What's up, everybody? It's your boy June 5th, June Money, and I'm back at y'all with another video. I want to give a big shout out to my moms for grabbing me the mic so I could get right. You feel me? Next, I'm going to grab the headphones. Then I'm going to give me a little background so y'all can have a nice little visual. You feel me? Now, today, we're going to get into the Tory Lanez attacker's phone call. Now, he's saying that him and Tory Lanez was friends, that he didn't know where this beef or animosity was coming from. He had got word that Tory Lanez put a bag on his head, put some noodles on his head. So he approached Tory Lanez about it. Tory Lanez said, nah, we good. They shook on it. Next thing you know, he felt like Tory Lanez was trying to backdoor him. So he just went for it. Shout out to Ceddy Nash for the phone call. We gonna hear what he got to say. Now, do I believe his whole story? Nah, because of course he got to say what of course he got to claim his innocence and act like, you know, he wasn't the attacker in the situation. So it's parts of his story that's shaky, but let's get into it. This is the Tory Lanez attacker. Apparently, this is the story. Let's hear his side of the story. Hold on.
Let's give a huge shout out to Once Human Mobile for sponsoring.
Let's hear what he got to say. Shout out Ceddy Nash, man.
Y'all want to hear some cold BS?
Had a little discussion or whatever.
Hold on. Let me scroll back.
Exactly took place between.
All right, let's go.
He felt uncomfortable living next to him. Said I was a threat. So I confronted him. And then I found out the same thing. Because he tried to put money on my head, so
okay, so apparently Tory Lanez felt uncomfortable living next to this guy. He felt like he was a threat. They mentioned Tory Lanez being friends with a guy who was dating a 14-year-old girl. I don't know if it was this guy. So if it was this guy, maybe Tory Lanez got word that this guy was living around him and he was dating a 14-year-old girl. So he put money on his head. And then, you know, Tory Lanez probably tried to do it that way, but the guy got word and just put the work in by himself, you know. But I'm not sure if this is the guy, but let's continue.
he said I put money on his head. We had a little discussion or whatever. So the next morning, that night, he said some kind of crazy. So what exactly took place between you and Tory Lanez that day that you stabbed him allegedly? Okay. That day? Nothing much took place that day. Everything led up to that day, but that day I just came out in the morning to tell him, you know, good morning. And I told him what's up. Give him a little fist bump, ask him if everything is good.
So apparently that morning, everything was good between them. He's saying that they was friends, you feel me? He don't know where everything went wrong at. Now, this is just his side of the story. Tory Lanez eventually going to come and say his side of the story. Of course, this guy not just going to come on national television, basically, and say, yeah, I walked up to him, attack him. He'll never see, you know, he'll never see general population again. This guy be stuck in a hole forever if he said it. But let's continue.
We had a little situation the night before and the day before.
So what was the situation the night before and the day before?
So I heard some rumors that he was trying to put money on my head. He felt uncomfortable living next to him. Said I was a threat. So I confronted him. And then I found out the same thing. Because he tried to put money on my head, so he said I put money on his head. We had a little discussion or whatever. So So the next morning, that night, he said some kind of crazy. So the next thing, when I felt like a sting in my leg, I felt like, oh, he stabbed me.
Okay, he's saying Tory Lanez stabbed him first. He said he confronted Tory Lanez. He basically said, nah, we don't got no problems. They shook on it. They was having problems the days before because people were saying that Tory put money on his head. So he like, F it, then I'm gonna put money on his head. Then he said he claiming right now that Tory Lanez stabbed him first. I don't know. Do y'all think he's saying this to clear his name? Or do you think Tory actually did stab him first? And if he did, why do you think Tory did that?
So I moved back and I kept stabbing more. And I seen that he threw something. So I was like, oh, this is that. So I just kept going.
So now he's claiming Tory stabbed him first and then he threw the knife.
After he was yelling, help, screaming, please help me. I just keep him once and I tried to protection.
See, he says Tory Lanez stabbed him. Tory Lanez threw the knife, and Tory Lanez was screaming, "No, help me, after he got stabbed 14 times. So in my head, this guy is trying to paint the narrative that Tory Lanez is a punk. He's soft. He's trying to paint the narrative that Tory Lanez started it and he finished it, basically. But you could tell that this guy is lying about some things in his story.
And looked at me, and then I just let him go. Like, I was saying, like, man, you trying to kill me?
What were you guys like? I know why, but why would he pick you out of all people to want to put money on your head? Well, what was the beef exactly about?
It was really no beef. He just talked a lot, and I had confronted him a while back about always saying certain around me, like, I'll take a fade, I'll knife up, I'll put a place. And to me, I feel like the second, third time hearing that in a conversation,
He claimed that Tory been talking tough. He been basically sneak dissing, saying stuff, but not directly towards him. And he felt some type of way about it, so he confronted him on that. This is what he's saying. I don't know how accurate it is, but this is his side of the story. This is Tory Lanez's attacker. This is just his side of the story, man. We don't know if it's true or not, but this is what he's saying.
I was like, man, what you trying to say? So I approached him and told him, like, what's up? Like, just go, I'll come into your cell, we'll do whatever. Like, let's play this game, man. Because I felt like he was kind of antagonizing me, like testing me, like if someone was afraid or something. We were cool in the beginning. We were cool for like a year. Kicked it together, everything. They did.
Oh, they're not on that type of prison yard, Rochelle.
See, when the guy says they're not on that type of prison yard, he's basically saying they're not on one of those prison yards that's separated by race or whatever the case may be. But, California prison yards, they are racial. It's definitely ran by politics, man. So.
Okay.
I don't know. They got like little fractions, but she was more like she was different.
So he's saying him and Tory, they beef wasn't that serious. It didn't have to go that far or whatever. But Tory took it there with him, so he took it there back. Let's go.
He was different. He started kicking it with certain people, And we started being mad that time when we had our little misunderstandings and we stopped talking as much. But we were neighbors for a while. I've been knowing him for about 2 years already.
When you say they was neighbors for a while, basically they've been living in the same dorm, the same tier, you could say, for about 2 years, and they didn't have no conflicts. This is what he's claiming. Again, this is his side of the story. I don't believe it all, but tell me what y'all believe from his side of the story.
Okay. And during the situation when you and him grew a friendship?
Yeah, we were cool. We chilled, we ate, we drank, we partied, kicked it. Yeah, we were good.
How much did the guy tell you that he paid to have you killed to get off the yard?
Oh, he said double whatever I was offering, but I never made that offer. That's what I never understand. He said that someone told him I offered people money to get rid of him. So he said he would give that person double and some dope and stuff. So, truth be told, I never offered no money to like.
All right, this dude is completely. If he's lying or telling the truth, he's putting Tory Lanez in a lot of stuff. He's saying Tory Lanez attacked him. He's saying Tory Lanez has pull on the yard where he got dope. He could put money on people's heads. He's making a lot of claims about Tory Lanez, man. But yeah, they said they moved him anyway.
Like, why would I offer somebody something I could do? It didn't make sense. But
see, now he's saying he never put money on Tory Lanez's head because he could do it himself, which he obviously did. If the claims are true that he just randomly attacked Tory Lanez, I don't see Tory Lanez doing that himself. But hey man, you never know what someone does when they in this situation. Tory may have attacked them, but they didn't find a knife on either one of them.
Once he yelled and made threats and I'll have you killed and I'll have a run up to you, say all that comments, I felt like, all right, you threatened my life. There's nothing else to do but confront you.
Well, he's saying Tory Lanez threatened him. Tory Lanez the one who attacked him. Tell me what y'all think. Shout out Ceddy Nash. Man, I don't know. His story sound cap. It sound like a lot of twisted up. Know what I'm saying? He trying to bail himself out. He don't want to catch no new charges, or he don't want to get found guilty of this. So it sound butchered up, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Peace. Hit that like for me too, man. I appreciate it.